All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, along. Hey.
Coming out throwing is Baker. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Real. Hurry. Stop.
Here's the give to Irving. They'll cobble together a yard there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Run.
Baker now from the gun. That's going to be caught by Evans. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Handoff headed right, Irving. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Christian Benford up to make that stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hurry. Watch out.
Here's 2nd and 7. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Irving on the inside give. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Mayfield now from the gun. He's on the move. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
King.
From the gun, Mayfield. Escape. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
He's throwing for it. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, evidently a touchdown wasn't enough for them. They further quiet this home crowd by adding the 2-point conversion.
You know what I love about this? I love it because coaches spend time all week saying we're going to be aggressive, we're going to go for it, but then you back it up with a decision like that. That's empowering your team in another team's building. What a start.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Allen comes out throwing. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. The sun is shining on both of these teams. And we're off and running from Raymond James. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The carry by Harris here to start the drive. He's got to gain a 6 there. Levante David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Wilson now from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Cut.
Wilson on 1st and 10. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
Cut.
They give to Harris from the gun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Escapes out to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Bucky Irving now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Regular. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Mayfield comes out throwing. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Throwing again is Baker. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Run.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Pistol. Up.
Mayfield to throw again. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They'll be set up with 3rd and only 1. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Kings.
Mayfield will look to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That play good for 17 on a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's 1st and 10 at the 28.
Real.
Baker now. Completed over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Bullies his way in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
And his kick is no good. He missed it. But wait just a second. Looks like the penalty flag might bail him out, Brock. I think this is going to be roughing the kicker. They'll try the extra point one more time. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Russ now from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. On the move, headed right. He's keeping it. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
2nd and 3. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Now here's Russ. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Austin's there to haul it in. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Russ is cooking again. Buys time, rolling, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Caught by Freiermuth.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the score remains knotted, 7-all.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort. but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Set.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Regular. What's that?
First down, here's Baker. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they make the tackle at the 38. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Hey, alert 33. Hurry.
Man in motion here.
What's that?
First and 10, it's Mayfield. The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Set.
They motion a receiver left.
What's that?
Trying again following the sack. Catch made by Bucky Irving. Pushing it up past the 30. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Hey, alert. Hurry. What's that?
Third down, here's Mayfield. Has him on the quick hitter. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's going to be cut by Evans. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Pistol.
They kick the running back in motion.
Done.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the third sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation. Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your...
The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
Third and long for him here. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 16. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hurry, hurry! Dot.
On the give, this is Irving. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Baker now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Hey, alert 33! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's up?
He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Minka Fitzpatrick has got it! And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
On 1st down, it's Wilson. Chased out to his right. He's on the move.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Wilson now from the gun. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Forced out to his right. That throw finds Pickens. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Steelers trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 32. Short pass brought in. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Back to throw. It's caught. Warren. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throw complete to Warren. Has some room to work. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. Harris. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
On the return, here's Irving. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Run. Good. What's on?
Setting up to pass. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Pistol. What's on?
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10, give to Harris. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a rematch of the first ever Super Bowl. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
One of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go here at Arrowhead. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I think what stands out here, Mike, is there's a lot of guys in the league with the ball in their hands. They have great straight line speed. But it's the footwork. It's the ability to make you miss. That's what stands out about this guy, and you can see here on the big game.
They put Kelsey in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He runs with it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Love. He finds Jaden Reed for the grab. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st down, it's Love. To the goal line and in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Hopkins sent in motion. Be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now on 2nd down. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
3rd and 5. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw again. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
In trouble, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On 4th down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This from 30 yards out. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Packers offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That's over the middle and caught by Kelsey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Now he takes off. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, KC.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8. Here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Here's Love. This one up top for Dobbs. And he will score. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second and a yard. They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on 2nd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and a yard. And in motion is Brown. On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. and that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chiefs are back within a point. It's 14-13.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Love. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Packers.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to Dobbs again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. In motion, Reed. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. Looking for room out on the edge. Not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Hardman now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Packers on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, Mahomes. That's complete. Who else? It's Kelsey. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the carry is Piron. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle. Second and 7. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, as you can see on this run, this is a back who is not going to shy away from contact. He actually welcomes it. His ability to run through contact, break tackles, and still have the speed and burst to pick up big yards.
Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. That is caught. What a throw. Noah Gray. Touchdown, Kansas City.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable with Reed. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The man in motion is Watson. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 1st down, it's Love. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got a man. That's Watson. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
A good play action with Love. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Love. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll work this